Hey guys, I'm looking at R. Kelly where he does this explosive interview. I'm going to look at what I see with his body language. Let's have a look.
I am surprised that you agreed to do it. Why are you sitting down with us today?
I'm very tired of all of the lies. I've been hearing things and seeing things on the blogs and I'm just tired.
What are the lies?
So he's been hearing things and saying things that he's been hearing, and he's sick of the lies. What he wants to say is, I'm innocent. I haven't done anything. And that really should be where he should be going at the get-go.
That you're hearing that disturb you most?
Oh my God. All of them. That little girl's trapped in the basement. Helicopter.
Now, if you notice his voice already, it's weak, and it's his way of being really ultra polite. Being really polite to Gail here, who's interviewing him, so that he comes across as a nice guy. It's a ploy.
Is over my house, trying to rescue someone that doesn't need rescuing because they're not in my house. Handcuffing people, starving people.
Now, if you'll notice, even Gail herself is actually breathing heavily, so she's not buying it.
Harem, a cult.
So as though he wouldn't know what a cult is. He would. He's old enough.
I don't even really know what a cult is, but I know I don't have one,
Have you done anything that you
displeased? He stuck his tongue through his mouth.
regret? Have you done anything wrong?
Lots of things wrong when it comes to women that I apologize, but I apologize.
So he's got a head swipe as well. So he's critical of himself.
In those relationships, at the time I was in the relationships.
Have you broken any laws when it comes to women?
Absolutely not.
Okay, now I'll say this for him, absolutely not. It can mean both ways, but with him, because you know his background, it's likely to be a ploy. Absolutely not. It's like a qualifying language, although honest people say it too.
The 6-part series interviewed 50 people, family members, your former tour manager, numerous women who all claim that you abused them.
If you see up here, he's got his eyebrows furrowed. He's got his contracted forehead. He's actually showing fear here.
Are you saying everybody in that documentary was not telling the truth about you? Everybody?
If you really look at that documentary, which I'm sure you have,
I have.
Everybody.
He should have said everybody at the get-go.
It said something bad about me. Nobody.
So he's filibustering, he's filling in the blanks, and he's not getting to the point. And that tells you, there's something to dig here.
They said nothing good. They was describing Lucifer. I'm not Lucifer.
Who described Lucifer? I guess they did, in a way. They called him a monster.
I'm a man. I make mistakes, but I'm not a devil. And by no means am I a monster.
I'm going to name the names. Andrea Kelly, your ex-wife. Kitty Jones. Lisa Van Allen. Lisette Martinez. Deronda Pace. Faith Rogers. Asante McGee. You're saying everything they said in that documentary about you is not true.
They are lying on me.
They are lying on me. He should have said, it's not true.
But these women say the same thing about you. That you
They are lying on me, rather than they're lying on me.
are controlling, that you are abusive, that you tell women when to eat, when to go to the bathroom, when they can sleep, where they can dress. Why would all these women tell these different stories about you if they were not true? And they don't know each other.
By the way, I just want to say I never saw that documentary, so I'm just going by a particular interview.
That defies logic to me.
Right. Until you hear that
Okay, pointed finger shows aggression.
explanation. You can start a rumor on a guy like me or a celebrity, just like that. All you have to do is push a button on your phone and say, so-and-so did this to me. R. Kelly did this to me.
Now he's got his back up against the wall and he's raising his voice.
And if you get any traction from that, if you're able to write a book from that, if you're able to get a reality show, then any girl that I had a relationship in the past that it just didn't work out, she can come and say the same exact thing.
Are you blaming this on social media?
I'm talking about the power of social media.
Have you ever had sex with anyone under the age of 17?
No.
If you've been with me for a while, you will know that is incongruent. Let's have a look in slow time.
Have you ever had sex
No.
with anyone under the age of 17?
No.
No. And he was nodding his head. That's incongruent. What he's saying is, maybe I did.
Never.
No.
No, with the big nod. No is where he should be hanging, rather than nodding.
I have to tell you, it's so hard to believe that based on all that
There's-
we've read.
I'm gonna tell
and
you
what the
something,
women
Gail, there's
said
one
about
sit-
you.
I'm gonna
What
tell
the
you
women
something.
said about you.
What women said about me. What women...
So you notice that she started, and then we've got R. Kelly who butted in and put a one finger up. That's aggressive. He doesn't want her to go there.
So nobody's allowed to be mad at me and be scorned and allow me.
So they're lying on you. That's your explanation. They're lying on you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, he should be nodding. He went absolutely looking, and dare I say it is a look of guilt. That's regret.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You feel that people have maligned your
I
character?
have been assassinated. I have been buried alive.
And he believes that too.
But I'm alive.
So I think the point you're making is, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you have never held anybody against their will.
I don't need to. Why would I?
Well,
How stupid would
never
it be
held
for R.
anybody.
Kelly? With all I've been through and
Okay, so he used himself in the third person. In a way, he's putting himself as a martyr type figure.
my way past to hold somebody, let alone 4, 5, 6, 50, you said. Why, how stupid would I be to do that?
I didn't say you were
That's
holding...
stupid, guys.
I didn't...
Is this camera on me?
Yes. It's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense. Don't forget the blogs. Forget how you feel about me. Hate me if you want to, love me if you want, but just use your common sense.
Okay, right now, guys, he's going into the poor me syndrome. We've all done it. You know, we've been guilty of something and we justify ourselves with a bit of a cry.
How stupid would it be for me to, with my crazy past and what I've been through, oh, right now I just
Thou dost protest too much. Thank you very much, Shakespeare.
think I need to be a monster and hold girls against their will, chain them up in my basement, and don't let them eat and don't let them out unless they need some shoes down the street from their uncle. Stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing.
And Gail here has been overridden, so she's holding her composure.
I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I got 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career.
This is called a tantrum. Okay, so you've got 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds who throw tantrums when they don't get their way. So he thinks by throwing a tantrum, by being loud and very emotional, he's going to convince, due to his big personality, he's going to make this happen and make people feel sorry for him.
Y'all trying to kill me. You're killing me, man. This is not about music. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids, and I can't do it.
Of course, we know that he hasn't paid child support, things like that. Now, this is where R. Kelly is definitely going over the top and appealing. If you're feeling nothing right now, that is because this is manipulation.
Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
At this point, we briefly paused the interview to give Kelly a moment. His publicist helped calm him down.
I hope this camera keep going.
No, we're going to
This
let
is
the
not
camera
true.
keep rolling.
That doesn't even make sense. Why would I hold all these women? Their mothers and fathers told me, we're going to destroy your career.
But Kelly's emotions remained raw.
It's real girls out there missing. It's real young girls out there being abducted, being raped, okay?
That's called deflection.
They really are on chains. They really do have chains on their wrists, and they can't get out.
Robert,
and they're ending up buried in deep.
Robert, we have to have a conversation.
This is
Really.
not me.
I don't want you just ranting at the camera.
I came here for them to hear me
Okay,
talk.
but
I need help.
What kind of help?
This is the kind of help I need.
Yes, what kind of...
He wants it done his way. That's why he's not listening to Gail here.
I need somebody to help me not have a big heart, because my heart is so big. People betray me, and I keep forgiving them.
You sound like you're playing the victim here. You sound like R. Kelly, you do.
Correct, Gail. He's playing the victim.
When I listen to you,
I'm
it
just
does
telling
sound
the
like
truth.
you're playing the victim
I'm just
card.
telling the truth. And the reason I'm emotional,
Robert,
and I apologize for that, is because this is the first time I was able to say
speak.
something. I've said nothing. Chains on their wrists, and they can't get out.
Robert,
and they're ending up buried in deep.
Robert, we have to have a conversation.
This is
Really.
not me.
I don't want you just ranting at the camera.
I came here for them to hear me
Okay,
talk.
but
I need help.
What kind of help?
Okay, so R. Kelly is trying to control the situation, trying to control this interview by his
This
explosions.
is the kind of help I need.
Yes, what kind of help?
I need somebody to help me not have a big heart, because my heart is so big.
So he's qualifying himself, making himself seem like a good guy. He doesn't need to do that. If you're innocent, you just say straight away, I'm innocent, I've done nothing. These guys are making this up, and that's really all I can say.
People betray me, and I keep forgiving them.
Okay, so I'm looking, like Jussie Smollett was similar, that they're acting here.
You sound like you're playing the victim here. You sound like R. Kelly, you do. When I listen to you,
I'm
it
just
does
telling
sound
the
like
truth.
you're playing the victim
I'm just
card.
telling the truth. And the reason I'm emotional,
Robert,
and I apologize for that,
No,
is
no, no,
because this
no.
is the first time I was
So he's overriding her.
able to say
speak.
something. I've said nothing.
So this was a quick video on the explosion of R. Kelly and him justifying himself, covering up for himself. Look, if he was innocent, you would be straight up and get to the point a lot quicker. You wouldn't have to do all these theatrics, which he saw. We know that. He knows that. Gail knows that. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens in regard to any indictments. So this video really isn't one in his favor. He's playing the victim card, or poor me, and it doesn't really wash because we all know what it's like to be manipulated. Hope you enjoyed this video on R. Kelly. This is the dialogue. Please like, share, and subscribe, and check out my Patreon page. Thank you to my Patreons.